This week on LISD Overtime, we'll wrap up all the sports from this year, take a trip to see Lewisville High School's baseball team, and check out a new addition to Hebron. Welcome back to the season finale of LISD Overtime. I'm Kellen Croxton, and starting off with baseball, the district champion Marcus Marauders played Plano on Tuesday night. Marcus got ahead early with 2 runs in the first inning, but Plano's pitching was able to keep the Marauders at bay until the 5th inning. Jeffrey Martz broke the silence, making the score 3-0. The Wildcats denied the shutout with a run in the 5th, but Marcus bounced back quickly in the top of the 6th. Tyler Schott battled in a runner on 3rd, and that momentum led to 2 more runs by the Marauders. Easy 6-1 win for the Marauders as they show why they're top 3 in the state. And also last night, the Colony played McKinney North in one of the longest games of the season. The Cougars started with a 1-0 lead in the first inning, but after that they struggled. McKinney North failed to convert any runs off of multiple loaded base situations in the first few innings. The Bulldogs should have gone up 2-1 in the 4th, but a controversial call at home plate left the game at 1-1. Then for the next 8 innings, both teams failed to score a run until the Bulldogs had a 2-run 12th inning that the Cougars couldn't replicate. A long night and a tough loss for the Cougars, but hopes are high as they head into the playoffs as district champions. And as the season winds down for both baseball and softball, this is how the teams are looking. As far as baseball goes, Marcus and the Colony will be the boys' teams heading into the playoffs. Hebron is the team to watch here as they need 2 wins for any of their playoff scenarios to work. They got their first one of the 2 last night in a 7-0 win against Lewisville. And while baseball is at the end of the regular season, softball is about to start playoffs. Flower Mound finished first while going undefeated in district. Marcus and Hebron also qualified for playoffs, placing 2nd and 3rd in district. Softball playoffs start May 1st. For the bi-district rounds, teams will play a best-of-3 series. Flower Mound is up against McKinney North, Marcus will be playing Prosper, and Hebron will be playing Denton Guyer. The Colony also qualified in 5A, placing 3rd in their district, and will be playing their series against Frisco Heritage. And at Lewisville High School, the baseball team finishes every practice and every game the same way. Aaron Massey has more on that story.
Anytime the Farmers take the baseball field, win or lose, they know it'll end the same way.
It's probably been 30 or more years that they've been helping clean the field after practice and after the game because it's obviously too much for one person to do. So we let them all help out.
And when he made us clean the field, I was like, oh, shucks, that sucks, but you got to do it.
I won't lie, I wasn't too happy about it, but it's something that's necessary, so it's something that has to be done.
What's the point of even cleaning the field, though?
So that the field is in good condition for the next game, because if we don't, then there's holes in the infield, holes at home plate, holes on the mound, and it just causes some hazards on the field.
We clean the field so we can get the field ready for the other teams, like JV, get the field ready for varsity, and then varsity just cleans it because clean field, happy day, clean house, happy mom.
With all that being said, how do you clean a field?
We have to broom lines. Coaches usually drag the field. They have to broom lines. They have to fix the mound. They have to fix home plate. They have to get the bases put away. They have to get mats out that we use in practice, get the cage out, get it ready for the next day, things like that.
That's just one of the ways the Farmers show dedication to the game that they love. For LISD Overtime, I'm Aaron Massey.
State soccer awards were this week, and from the Flower Mound girls team, Coach Sapos won Region 1 Coach of the Year. Riley Baker and Sydney Becerra made first team All-State, and Peyton Whipple and Sky Leach made second team All-State. For the Marcus boys, Coach Garza won District Coach of the Year, Noah Peeler won District Offensive MVP, and Woody Pondeca won District Defensive MVP. And the regional track meet was last weekend with big showings from LISD schools. Marcus boys won the 4x400, and Michael Sturdivant, also from Marcus, won the 100-meter, 200-meter, and the long jump. And as far as team performances go, Flower Mound won the meet on the girls' side, and Marcus won the meet on the boys' side. In total, 27 athletes qualified for the state track meet, which will be taking place May 7th and 8th. And this past weekend was also the UIL state meet for wrestling. Wrestlers from Marcus, Lewisville, and the Colony participated in the meet. The Colony's Elizabeth Grabriek won state in her weight class of 165 to cap off her 29-0 undefeated season. Hudson Herring, also from the Colony, placed second in the 132 weight class. And now we'll take a trip over to Hebron High School, where they've recently opened an exciting new addition to their sports programs. A lot of high schools get a new thing every year, whether it's new decor or hallway renovations. But Hebron went above and beyond with their new 122,000 square foot facility.
Having this facility is going to spread people out to where there's not as much of a log jam, especially when you have soccer and basketball and baseball and softball and track going on at the same time. The old facility, we could fit about 20 players in there, and we can get 40 or 50 in here and get a lot of things done. So yeah, it's going to help out a lot.
Equipped with an arena, weight room, and field house with wrestling and golf rooms on the way, the facility, which was completed this year, has already had a big impact on all programs.
Having an indoor facility that we can actually use to practice for football where we really didn't have one in the past. I think that's one area that'll definitely help us. Basketball, as you see behind me, is they're already up here using it. Volleyball's using it. I know our baseball team and softball team had to use it some this spring already due to some bad weather. And a lot of it's going to be proven with time, I guess. But I think the main thing is just a lot of pride that we're going to see just within the athletes and the school itself.
It was so fun to go from drawing lines and now watching it come 3D. But all of it's beautiful. You know, the fans have a real wow moment when they walk in. So the kids are really pumped up about being in here. But locker room space and storage space and the weight room, they're really looking forward to working in there.
I'm here once again with LISD Assistant Athletic Director, Christy Lyles. Thank you for coming, Christy.
Thanks for having me again. I always like to be here.
Now, kind of on the topic of football, the NFL draft's coming around, and as we've seen in these past couple weeks, LISD students do pretty well at the state level. Are there any LISD athletes that could potentially be drafted this weekend?
What we have heard is that we have a kid that graduated from Marcus High School. He's at Iowa University. His name is Matt Hankins. And so we wish him, the absolute best of luck in the 2021 draft.
Yeah, and although football is a specific sport and there's a very limited number of athletes from the district that can go there, how many athletes has the district produced to make professional sports within the last 20 years?
I want to say about close to 35 to 40 athletes over the past 20 years that we have playing or have played in the professional realm, which is pretty outstanding for a district our size. So.
Yeah, and what are some of those athletes?
Well, we'll start with Flower Mound. Lauren Cox, she was a girls basketball player. She played at Baylor. She's playing for the Indiana Fever right now. Hebron, Jamal Adams. He's big on Twitter, so a lot of people know him. He's outspoken. He's always been. He's a great athlete. He plays for the Seattle Seahawks. Did great things for Hebron. Marcus is Marcus Smart. Basketball player. He is playing with the Boston Celtics and doing a great job with them. And then Lewisville, Daniel Ortmeyer. He played for the San Francisco Giants. Did a great job. His dad was an athletic trainer for Lewisville and Marcus. So, he's kind of a famous kid from, with his dad as far as us, having him as a coach, a trainer for our schools. And then for the Colony, Darren Williams. He played for the Utah Jazz and did a fantastic job.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of names that are out there right now that are pretty popular. So we're very proud of those guys.
Yeah, definitely. Jamal Adams played really well with the Jets and has kind of had a bit of a controversial career with the Seahawks so far, but he's pretty much a superstar. And Lauren Cox helped Baylor win their women's national title a couple years ago. And Marcus Smart was drafted 6th overall, and he's been playing pretty well for the Celtics. So, yeah, a lot of good players.
They were good leaders in high school. As good as they all were, they were very humble as far as wanting their teams to be successful. And I think that's what's made them the pro athletes that they are. They understand where they've come from, and they know how to work hard, and are just proud that they are doing what they do professionally, and it makes all of us very proud to see them working hard and representing our area. So,
yeah. All right, well, thanks for coming, Christy, as always.
Well, I appreciate you guys and all your coverage with Lewisville ISD sports this year. Y'all have done a fantastic job, and I know it's not easy to try to cover everybody, and you guys have been outstanding, and we appreciate all the coverage you've done with all of our sports in our schools this year, so thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Of course, and our team of the week this week is the Colony Boys baseball team. They finished 11-2 in district, capping off the season with a 5-win blowout streak just before their loss yesterday. As a result, they have won their district in baseball for the first time in the school's history. A big leap for the program this year has generated a lot of confidence going into the playoffs. And that's all the sports news we have this episode. Big thanks to the crew, Trevor, Ian, Aaron, Jasmine, Andre, and Megan. I'm Kellen Croxton. Thanks for watching LISD Overtime this year, and we look forward to seeing you next year.